Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Sincerely, it's Stephanie, the place where I share some of the things that make me happy and ignite my creativity. Come along and shop with me, see my Dollar Tree hauls, my fashions and makeup, DIYs, craft with me, my travels, you name it. The sky is the limit to what I might want to share with y'all. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And I'm just going to remind you that I'm having a 500 subscriber giveaway, and I am going to be giving away the It's So Lovely ColourPop palette. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to that, because I will be giving that palette away as soon as I reach 500 subscribers. And if you want to see what the palette looks like, go check out my video, and I'll try to attach it here, I believe up here, so that you can see exactly what the It's So Very Lovely ColourPop palette looks like for yourself. So for today, I have a huge Dollar Tree haul to share with y'all. Just get right on into the haul that I have to share with y'all today. I did not think that I would find these. This wreath form is brand new this year, and I'm doing a DIY that I'm going to show you on my channel. And I didn't finish it last year for spring, and the reason why is because I had used it's a rabbit wreath, and I had used one of these small round wreaths, and my husband is a welder, and at Christmas time I had him make me a snowman's hat. I had made a snowman out of the pumpkin wreath form, and I had him make me a hat to fit that wreath form, and it is so cute. So he made that in his spare time when he was not working for me, and I wanted him to make me some ears, and he actually did make a prototype ears, but he actually never got the proper ears to fit on my wreath form. So I was super excited when I saw these on the website, and I was being pessimistic, and I was like, I'm never gonna find that. I'm not gonna find that. And sure enough, I found it. So I'm gonna be finishing out that project, and I am going to show y'all how it turns out. I'm gonna do it as a DIY on my channel, so I'm super excited about that. And I also picked up is the Easter egg wreath form, and so I'm not sure if I wanted to display this with my rabbit. Like I said, when you start kind of adding all these different wreath forms, sometimes they become very heavy if you kind of attach them to one another, but I might be able to display it in some other way. But I did pick up 2 of the egg wreath forms as well. Over in Health and Beauty Aids, I found these Power Facial Cleansing Brushes, and I did get 2. I got this one in the blue and this one in the pink, and they do come with this facial brush already, so I have 2 of those. But I'll tell you the reason I got 2 is because one of the attachment heads is this pumice stone, and I figured if I was going to be using this for my feet, I didn't want to be using the same brush as I use for my face. So there's something outside, so if you hear an outburst from my dogs, we'll just kind of pause and I'll get back going with it, but they're still kind of growling. I'm not sure what it is. It could be anything. It could be the coyotes, the deer, or the hoot owls. But anyway, or even it could be raccoon, or sometimes it's raccoon on my back porch, but I don't think that's what it is, or possum on my back porch. So it's got to be the deer or the coyote or whatever. I don't hear the coyotes or the owl right now, but we're just going with it. Okay, so I did get the blue power cleansing brush to put the pumice stone on so that I would have that for my feet, and I figured I would just save the brush attachment for my face. And I got the pink one for my face, and I did pick up the charcoal cleansing brush as well as the sponge brush, and it says this is good for putting on your makeup. Now I have different ways, you know, I have used brushes and the sponges for putting on my makeup. So I wonder how this, I'm interested in experimenting with this to see if how this actually works and how it helps to apply your makeup. But I'm interested in playing around with this. So I did get the pink one for my face, blue one for my feet, so that I'm not using my foot brush on my face. I also picked up some of these, just the eyebrow razors. I thought that was a good deal. I found some more fun things in the health and beauty aids. I picked up this silicone facial brush. Now, I do have a more expensive silicone facial cleanser brush that I got out of a FabFitFun box. But I thought that this one would be fun to either try or give away as a gift. And I also picked up this one, which is just to put your facial products on with. And I guess to just give you a light massage on your face. And this I thought was great as well. So this is also to apply your facial massagers. This is like the jade roller. And I have a little little cosmetic refrigerator that I picked up at Walmart. The version that they sell at Walmart, I don't really recommend it. I was previously going to buy one. I was going to buy one that, you know, that the kids stick in their dorm rooms. I was going to purchase a small, you know, like a can refrigerator, a soda can refrigerator. And I happened to see this one and I purchased it. And unfortunately, I purchased it before it went on sale. My husband had seen it within like the week or 2 weeks after I picked it up, and it went all the way down to $10. So I was kind of, yeah, it went down to $10. So I should have waited because, like I said, it's not really that the best quality. So I don't recommend the little beauty refrigerator at Walmart unless you can pick it up for $10 if you see it. But I was interested in this. I figured I'd put it in there and you could chill it, and it's made in this perfect, almost like a heart shaped. You can use it for your facial serums and things like that to massage them on your face. And because I'm aging, I think it's getting to be a good idea to use facial products, which I have not really done that in the past. So I think it's time. Dollar Tree is getting some items in for the spring and summer wedding season. And one of those items is the floating candles. And let me tell you, when I saw these things, I was like, wow. These are huge, and I use these floating candles for like a natural bug repellent. I put some essential oils and things like that, and some natural sometimes things just leave your mind. Some herbs. Some herbs that I grow, like, you know, basil and things like that. I add them to some water and put some floating candles on them and put them outside when we are, you know, grilling out and hanging out back. So these are just huge. And I want to show you, I went and got the floating candles that I had, that I was using. These are the Better Homes and Gardens floating candles that they sell at Walmart. Look at the size of these. And these are a true white. But look at the size of these floating candles. compared to the Better Homes and Gardens ones. So if you want these for, you know, for your wedding, or just even some things around your home, these are in, I found mine with the candles, but I picked up 3 packs of these. I just thought these were an amazing deal, an amazing size, these floating candles. Now, I have talked about the fairy gardens, and I am just kind of collecting the pieces to the beach fairy garden. I did purchase a whole set for my granddaughter, which I went ahead and gave to her. I didn't film that, but I picked this one up to add to my beach fairy garden collection from last year, which is this little sailboat, which is so cute. The little lighthouse, and of course this little Volkswagen van with the surfboard on top. And if you are from California, this is really popular, the style van with the surfboard on top, because when I went out to stay with my son, when he lived there and he was in the military, I saw a lot of Volkswagens, a lot of the Volkswagen vans, and even not the Volkswagen brand, but other brands of vans that looked very similar. I was even thrilled to see a Volkswagen Thing, which is one of my favorites. If I ever have the money and find one that I can just have as a car, that's my, you know, just fun car, is a Volkswagen Thing. I've heard from some young people that, oh, that's ugly, but I think it would be absolutely fun. But I saw one out there. It was in, the person lived close to where my son lived, and so I was super excited to see that. But yes, this goes with the little beachy fairy garden. And I had to purchase this this novelty pin because I have the tape dispenser with the flamingo on it, and also my dog, I had a cute little novelty pin. It was all like, it was this rubber flower that I had purchased last year. It was all plasticky, like rubbery, and it had the flower was on the top of it, and the handle was like the stem. My dog got it. I had been using it, and I had left it on the couch where I had been writing, and she thought it was a toy, and so she chewed it to pieces. So I decided to grab myself a different novelty pin. Maybe they'll have the flowers later on in the year, but I did pick up this little flamingo. I thought she was so cute. I picked up a few of these basket bags because I do have some of the Easter eggs. I pick up things and I'm going to use them for decorating, and sometimes I don't get around to it until the following year. But I have some Easter eggs that I had purchased last year from the Dollar Tree, you know, the large ones. So I was going to kind of cover these to stick them outside because, you know, they're made out of that kind of MDF material, and if you just put those outside, they will get destroyed. So I thought if I put them over it, put these over it, like you do with the little, like I saw people do with the conversation heart ones that Dollar Tree had, and even like you'd be making a lollipop. That's how I intend on using these. So I did get several of these. I found these in the stationery and whatever you want to call it section. Yeah, again. But anyway, these are button envelopes, and it's a pack of 2. There's a big one and a small one. And the reason that I picked these up, they had 3 different colors. So they have this blue with the turquoise and the gray. And then they had this one, which is more of a cream, the gray, and the kind of like a animal print. And then they had this purple with the black and white polka dots. The reason that I picked these up is because I purchased those games that they had at Christmas time, and I put them in this. So I did purchase several of these, and I was going to show you how I did it. So you can see this is the Monopoly game. So I put the board and a few things in here, and in the small one, I put the instructions and the dice and the money. You can see we haven't used them yet because I just didn't want to lose all the little pieces and things like that. And also, these were more, in my mind, for travel than anything else. I thought they would just lay perfectly flat in luggage. And this Monopoly one is probably the one that has the most, you know, little accessories with it. The other games, they're pretty flat. So whatever I wanted to take with me, I could lay that flat in my suitcase and take those along and have a little game to play. I'm going to be getting into some of the Easter stuff that I did find this week. And that is these little gnomes. And I am going to be using this as a base. I'm probably not going to use them as the tinsel. And I know that I say that a lot. He's got this little like pink pom-pom nose. Look at his little nose. But I did pick it up because I wanted to show y'all all the colors that they had. I picked it up in all 3 colors. So they had it in this blue. And I'll probably do something different with these little ears. I picked it up in the blue, the pink, and they had it in this lavender. And again, look, I really didn't, there we go. It kind of hooks onto these little things on the sides. So it probably just got like that in transit. Because I normally will really check over some of the stuff that I get at Dollar Tree. I'm kind of picky because the painting might be messed up. It might be glued on in a wonky way. You name it. So you just really have to, the fur from his beard is floating everywhere. But again, so let me show them kind of all together. So the blue and the pink little Easter gnomes, and they're so cute. They've been coming out with these little gnomes for every occasion. I just did not get one of the ones that they had for Valentine's Day. And I'm still hoping to find the actual full-size gnomes like the Easter rabbits. I'm hoping to find those in one of my stores soon. Another tinsel piece I picked up was this little rabbit. And again, I would probably replace this with yarn. Because I have orange yarn and then the white yarn, and I would probably just give him a little, you know, a little zhuzhing, a little upgrade to what I prefer my style to be. But this is still adorable for those people that love the tinsel, or even, you know, for a classroom, to decorate a classroom. Little kids would just love this kind of stuff as well. But you know, that's the thing, we're all different. Our tastes and our styles are all different. So, you know, there's something out there for everybody, and if this is not your style, you can change it up. The Easter candies that I did pick up, I'm not sure if I hauled the same ones at Valentine's or I ate them before I hauled them. I'm not sure. But they have these Sour Patch Kids bunnies. And if you can see here, the little Sour Patches, they're supposed to be little rabbits. So I did haul these. And of course, these are not for my granddaughter, because I don't think she likes these sour candies. She likes chocolate. So I like those. And my husband likes these. And so does my son. So he still lives in the house. He's moved back in my youngest son's house. So, so I picked up these Trolley Sour Bright Gummy Bunnies. So these are going to be the little gummy bunny heads. Now, I do like these, but I do prefer the Sour Patch over the trolley gummies, but I like them both. And of course, I had to pick up the Mike and Ike, and I'm not sure if they're really anything special besides the fact that they have a bunny on them. Pineapple, banana, strawberry, grape, lemon, lime, and cherry. I think those are just regular flavors. It just has the Easter packaging. After square for Easter, I picked up this cute little steak with the bunny bottom. This would be cute, and I almost should have picked up 3, but I only picked up 1 of each color. These would be cute in my indoor plants for Easter. So I picked up the pink and the blue. I thought they were very cute. And I think these are new this year. I'm not quite sure. But I also picked up this craft bottle. And I love the ones, I usually pick up the ones that have the plaid on the top, because this craft bottle is quite small, and I have a lot of mason jars, and I use mason jars for a lot of things. So I'm relatively picky about these craft jars, and to be honest, I kind of only pick them up because of the lid. But anyway, I did find it in this kind of spring green plaid or check, and then this this yellow. And I'm not sure if they have this in any other of the colors. They do have other solid colors. Found this jute twine in these pretty spring colors. And I'm not sure if this is, it says it's 20 yards. So I'm not exactly sure how much is on those little like spools that they have. If this is the same amount or if this is more that they're offering us. So I would be interested in knowing that, if those little spools that they have, how many yards was available on that. But we do have the blue, the pink, the yellow, and the green. And I believe there might have been other twine, but these are the colors that I liked. There might have been solid colors. I can't remember, honestly. But I liked these, and I thought these were nice and springy, great for Easter. So this is what I did pick up. Over in the beauty department, I did pick up these brushes in this style. Now, this one says it's an eyeshadow brush, and this one says it's a contour brush. My daughter does use some brushes kind of like this. And I use the, I have color pop brushes that I use for my face, but they don't have anything like this. So I thought that I would give this a try. And one of the things that turned me on to this eyeshadow brush was basically the commercial for that new NYX eyeliner. And it's got something like this on one end of it, where you kind of like smudge out and wing it out. And I'm not good at winged eyeliner, but I thought that I would give something like that a try with this without buying the NYX, because again, I have a huge ColourPop collection. I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but I do. So, I'm going to give these a try. I purchased this lavender color corrector concealer because I like to use a lavender concealer right in this area underneath my foundation and underneath my concealer. What I have been using, I've not been able to find, but it was the Wet n Wild, the Wet n Wild cushion in the purple color, and it's just nice and thin. It's not very thick. I'm afraid that this is going to be a little bit thick, so it doesn't, you know, add a lot of bulk underneath, but it just brightens this area for me, and I really like that. So I picked this up just to give it a try until maybe I possibly find some more of the Wet n Wild cushion in the purple color. I picked up this this lip scrubber brush, and I do have lip scrubber, and I don't like sticking my nails. Sometimes I'm wearing those like really long nails, but I don't really dig sticking my nails down into my lip scrubber, and I thought this would really help. I know that this came with like the lip scrub and a mask or something that you could purchase, but I've heard from a couple different haulers that said they really didn't like it, that the scrub wasn't really that amazing, so they really didn't like those products. But I did get this to use with my lip scrub. I did pick up some of these hair scissors. They're probably not the best quality. So hairdressers, yeah, don't come for me. I haven't had my hair professionally cut in a long time. I've kind of been letting it grow out, and I did do a kind of a cut to get these layers. I followed a tutorial by Brad Mondo where you did the ponytail and kind of cut that. And you did a couple different ponytails, and this is what created this right here. I figured I'd kind of stretch it out and see if I couldn't wait to have my hair cut, because I am going to need some layers. I am going to need a professional cut, but I'm kind of waiting until the summertime, not necessarily the spring. So I'm just kind of waiting that out. But I did pick these up. I did stock up on quite a bit of the health and beauty aid items. So I have quite a bit right here that I picked up that I'm going to show you. I'm not sure if any of it's new or not. My granddaughter, she has started staying over at my house. She's 3.5. And so she started staying the night. She'll come over to play for the day and stay the night and then leave the next day. So I decided it was time to start picking up some things for her, some products and things like that. But I picked her up this 2-in-1 shampoo. She loves the Paw Patrol. And so I figured she would really like that. I'm not sure if this is tear-free or not, but we really tried to not get anything in her eyes. But this is a berry scent, and it smells really good. I smelled it in the store. It smells really good. Another one that I did pick up was this 3-in-1 by White Rain Kids. And it says it's dye-free, paraben-free, and hypoallergenic. It's gentle on sensitive skin. So I did pick this one up. And it does have, I didn't expect it to have a scent, but it does, and it is tear-free. This one is tear-free. So I didn't expect it to have a scent, but it does have a scent, a light scent to it. And I thought that smelled good as well. She has naturally curly hair. So I did pick up this Perfect Purity for Kids Gentle Detangler, and it is a watermelon spritz. And yes, I'm all about the smell, so I did spritz it in the store to see, because I think they had one that was cotton candy scented, and I liked this one better. So I did pick up this for her, and I do have some Curlsmith products that I can also use in her hair as well. But these are the products I did pick up for her bath time and her hair. I found some more of the Tom's prebiotic soap, and I did like the way this felt on my hands. I had picked up the peppermint, and I just did not like the peppermint scent. Normally I like the peppermint scent in everything, and I didn't smell it in the store. So, and I know in my haul that I had seen, I think this scent, this fresh apple scent, smells amazing. But I was trying to do my very first shop with me, and I just somehow just picked up just the peppermint scent. And this was the only one that my store had restocked, was this But this did feel really good on my hands and didn't dry them out. So I did enjoy this. I also picked this one up just clearly based on the scent. It is Peachy Keen, and it smells really good. It's not really strong, but it says it won't leave hands feeling dry. But I did pick up one of these, and I found this, the liquid Simply hand soap refill, and it is 56 full ounces. It is huge, and I only picked up one because I know if you've watched any of my earlier videos, I have the soft soap and the lavender and the coconut, and then I have the soft soap. I have two similar to this size that I had purchased back in the summer time, back in August, I think it was, that I still have. I think I had purchased 5 bottles. But I did pick up this one. I didn't pick up the one, they had the one for the foaming hand soap, but I don't have any of those dispensers, so I did just pick up this one. Now, I also found this is the Super Smooth Shave, and I'm excited to try this out. It says it is shave cream raspberry scented, and you compare it to the EOS shave cream. So I did pick it up in this raspberry, and they also had it in the lavender. Now, my bath products, I typically more like fruity scents as opposed to like lavender scents. I do like to use lavenders in my my laundry because it can be not quite as overpowering. I do like to use some lavender laundry products, but I did pick up both of them, and I'm excited to give them a try. I was excited to find these, the Suave Antiperspirant and Deodorant, and this is the Tropical Paradise and the Baby Powder scent. And I typically use the, I use the Clinical Strength. So I usually use like the Suave Clinical Strength deodorant. And I also use the Lumi. Now, the Lumi really works, but the thing is it is not an antiperspirant. And so if I was doing anything like working out or, you know, anything where I was going to sweat tremendously, the Lumi, I still wind up with stinky pits. So I use my Clinical Strength, but this would also be good for days when I don't really need the Clinical Strength stuff. But I highly recommend, if you're into like natural deodorants and things like that, that you try out the Lumi. It is really great. This is not sponsored or anything like that, but I really do like the Lumi deodorant because you can put it anywhere on your body. Just not in your body, but anywhere in your body. But I thought this was a great deal for $1.25. I can't remember. It usually is Walmart. I think these were close to $1.98 or something. So I think $1.25 is still good for these. Now, I was happy to find this. Look at the size of this. This is not small. This is, of course, a brand name product by Unilever, Pond's Pure Detox Facial Foam. So it has activated charcoal in it. So I was super excited to find this at the Dollar Tree, and I'm excited to give this a try. I'm not sure if I had used the Pond's before or if it was a different version, because it seems like it wasn't this big. But yeah, I was happy to find that. I did find this Bounce Back Curl Refreshing Mist, and this is the SGX NYC, And I believe I've seen other haulers, and this is a name brand from what I understand. Now, they do have other products. They just didn't have them at my store. I had seen other people haul, I think mousse and things like that, but this is what they had at my store. So I have naturally wavy hair. It's pretty curly under here, and yeah, this is straightened. But so this I thought would be great for myself and my granddaughter. My daughter has curly hair too. Pretty much all of my kids have some type of curly hair. My husband as well, but my husband's hair is shaved. So it's very, very short. It's like he gets like it's like a military haircut. So you can't tell that it's curly. I also found these hair masks, these Wonder hair masks by Garnier Fructis. And I picked them up because I thought they were quite interesting. I thought it was quite an interesting concept. This one has coconut oil, and it says it's long-lasting, nourishing hair system that lasts up to 4 washes. And it says here, would you use step 1 of the mask, that you apply it on the links and you do not rinse it. And then you put on step 2, which is the care sealer, and it says apply directly after step 1, rinse out. But I think you wait 3 minutes because it has this 3-minute timer here. So I think you apply this directly after you put this on, wait 3 minutes, and then rinse this. And this is supposed to keep your hair, you know, nice and conditioned. It says it's paraben free. So I did pick up this one, and this one has the coconut oil, and then this one has this amala extract. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's the same concept. So I picked up one of each to give these a try, because I really like the, I think it's by Garnier Fructis. They have the 1-minute hair masks. Is it 1 or 3 minutes? I think it's 1 minute. But I just pretty much leave it on my hair while I'm doing some other things. But I really like those. So I thought that I would give these a try. Now, something that I think was supposed to be out at Christmas time are these Yardley of London limited edition. And this one looks like it is a, oh, here it is in English. So it's a cinnamon swirl. So yeah, I think this should have been out at Christmas time. So we have cinnamon swirl and frosted cranberry. So normally with these Yardley products, they are quite small. I just usually pick up one just to test out the scent. My husband is not really greatly into these Yardley soaps. He doesn't like them. I usually try and pick up that Sugar Soap Works brand, because it's all natural. It's made in the US, made in California. But I usually try and pick that one up. I did find this scent, this new scent by Bolero, which is rose and green tea. And I typically don't enjoy a rose scent, but I think the green tea kind of offsets that strong rosy scent. So I did pick up one of these, just one. And this one is the Bolero with the peppermint and tea tree. And this smells really amazing. It smells really manly. Now, my husband enjoyed the Bolero, the eucalyptus scent. He thought it smelled really clean. So I did pick up 4 of this. But this is also, the Bolero is also a product made in the USA. So without my glasses, I can't tell you much more about it, but I can see that it's cruelty free. And I know like the Sugar Soap Works is cruelty-free, vegan, it's all natural and things like that. And I really feel that even $1.25, I was paying $1. These bars of soap, they last longer than if I was to buy the Dove or Caress or something. That's typically what I would buy at the store. So I do normally pick up something like this at the Dollar Tree. I hope that you enjoyed part 2 of this enormous Dollar Tree haul. Stay tuned for part 3. Don't forget about my 500 subscriber giveaway, so don't forget to like and subscribe. And y'all have a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you in part 3. Bye.